In this video I will show you a working prototype of a monorail system. Everything is created inside Unreal, system is very simple to reuse and scalable. In my example I've created curved monorail road, a monorail wagon with sliding doors and 3 stops as an example. In my case I have used built-in Unreal spline system with help of which I made a procedural road creating blueprint. Within level editor you can adjust spline in any direction, choose starting point, choose speed, and most important, spline mesh itself. You can add any amount of stops at your path by simply dragging blueprints I've created at the place where it is needed. Inside construction script I have created logics responsible for procedural generating spline meshes along spline itself. At first I'm calculating meshes size in vector by using bounding box node and then getting absolute in order to avoid negative numbers. Then as my static mesh faces x as its forward vector I splits and promoting x to a variable. Then I'm dividing total spline length with length of spline mesh. Truncating to make integer out of float and using it as the last index for loop. At each iteration of loop, I'm adding spline component, setting collision, forward axis, and static mesh itself, and also setting start and end position and rotation of spline by multiplying loop index with mesh length for the first and next spline mesh component. At the end, I'm setting starting position for my monorail wagon itself. Here I lerp from 0, basically the start position of spline, to total length with a timeline that consists of a simple floor track with 2 points of time 0 value 0, time 1 value 1 to find out position and rotation at every moment of a spline movement, and then setting this information as actors, location and rotation. Also, to be able to change time for a full spin of a monorail wagon, I'm setting play rate of timeline with 1 divided by amount of seconds I want, setting in this variable monorail spline speed, which is basically changing wagon's total speed. Monorail wagon was quickly created by me. It has 2 collision, 1 collision sphere that is responsible for opening door, and the other one inside collision box is responsible for detecting whether player is inside or not to start moving the wagon along the spline. Logics here is very simple and basic. We're using timeline and lerping through it through changing relative position of each door, left and right. We're doing this one for opening door and the same but reverse for closing the door. Here is logics for it, everything based on overlapping. And the last blueprint I've used is monorail stop, I called it. It's a simple box collision that you put on a map on any location you want to stop monorail. The logics is based on overlapping. When actor enters this box, this blueprint sends a signal to monorail to stop, and after player leaves that location, it resets so it can stop one more time. Communication between blueprints is made without any hard reference by using blueprint interface.